Hey, what's up, y'all? Um, I've been sitting there the whole time, just watching the thing swirl. I don't know why it does this sometimes. I'm also trying to read. Why all this news want to come out right before my stream? Hold on, I'm trying to read some stuff real quick, y'all. Um, Trying to see if I need to talk about this today or come back. I don't know if that matters yet. Um, I think I can come to this stuff tomorrow if I decide to talk about it. Hopefully, you're having a good morning. And yeah, also saw this drop just now on Bitcoin. It was just 65 as a sharp drop down to 63.9. So I really was trying to come and see what was going on there. Even though I always tell you guys, can't be caught up in the short term price, but I feel like if it's some news that came out, I want to see what's going on. But I don't see anything yet. Let me know if y'all see something while y'all are watching. It's one thing to be dropping over a couple of hours over the day, but that was just like a little sharp drop down. So anyway, sorry y'all. Let me know if you see any news. Let me know if you see any news going on your side. And let me tidy up something real quick too. Oh man, how did I mess that up? All right, cool. Here we go. So, I guess we just talked about the Bitcoin price. So, yeah, Bitcoin was at 65,000. I don't know why it's down here at 64, like with that sharp drop. I'm not sure why that happened, so maybe we'll find out later. But let's get to some stuff that I want to talk about today. I almost thought today was Friday. I really did. I thought today was Friday. Anyway, let's get to the new stuff, and then we're gonna talk about some other stuff. So what was the bit? I was trying to pull this up in a more concise pull up. Anyway, Bitcoin ETF flows net flows for yesterday was $53 million. Not as high as we had like a couple of days over 200 million, 300 million, 450 million. So it's not bad. We'll talk around some stuff, maybe why this is happening. I don't know. But anyway, $53 million net inflows. BlackRock brought in 110 million. So they still bringing in a lot. They've been having some hot days. So they brought in 110 million themselves. Fidelity only had 2.8 million. The negative inflows were negative 6 million in Grayscale, with 53.9 million or 54 million outflowing from theirs. So that's why we only have 53 million inflows. It would have been much better if they didn't have all those outflows. And I'm not going to talk about that now. But anyway, 53 million positive net inflows. Nope, I don't want to get there yet. I'm gonna be honest, it's a strange mix of stories today. But anyway, this was just a little while ago. The Circle printed $50 million worth of USDC on Ethereum. Of course, everybody's waiting for the how close am I to the camera? I'm all close on it, but everybody's waiting for the Ethereum ETFs to launch or whatever. But anyway, they've been printing a lot of stable coins lately. Not really big market moves or whatever, but kind of sort of. But I don't think people are spending it yet. Some people are, but not as much. I'm trying to think. Do I want to get into this right now? I'll probably slide through this real fast. It's kind of big news. Or I guess it is big news. Y'all probably can't even see this on the stream. But it's talking about the different fees that the managers are going to have for their Ethereum ETFs. Right now, it looks like Franklin is at the lowest with 0.19%. You got VanEck and Bitwise with 0.2%. Then you have 21 shares with 0.21%. Fidelity with 0.21%. And then you have, this is small for me, so I know y'all can't read it. Uh, let me line this up, my bad. Then you got iShares, Grayscale, Ethereum, the mini trust, and then you got Invesco with 0.25%. But then you got the Grayscale Ethereum trust, not the mini trust, but the one they had before that people are speculating it's going to be the same as just like when they had GBTC, where there's going to be, just to sum this up, I feel like they're going to control the price performance of Ethereum with these outflows, because it's pretty much the same we were dealing with Bitcoin. But one thing I do want to say is when we got the Bitcoin ETFs and Grayscale started selling off all their clients would have started selling off all their Bitcoin, it was controlling or impacting the price movement or whatever, because the other ETFs will have a lot coming into it and the Grayscale just be dumping crap out. But one thing I think we haven't really talked about as much on the channel, but people are saying like, oh, it's going to be terrible, whatever. But I think people forget about that. We were around tax time as well too. So that's another reason why the market fell or whatever. People taking profits to pay taxes, whatever. So even though the Grayscale, the outflows is going to be the same, it's probably going to affect the price. It's not like we're going to get a huge drop in the market. And I think that's what a lot of people are thinking. Like we may have a drop in the market, but not like that crazy big drop. I don't think so, at least. But I don't know. We'll see. Because like I keep saying, we still got that overhang. I got a lot to talk about him today, but that overhang of Jamie Dimon's statement saying that August is going to be bullish. I always believe the opposite of whatever him or Kramer say. But I still I have not still really looked into that, decide what I think is going to happen. I'm just too busy right now. We're getting the faster part of the market where I just got to focus on what projects are good. And sometimes I can't study everything at once. I only have one brain. I only have so much time. But yeah, anyway, those are all the fees that they have for their Ethereum ETFs. A lot of people been talking about this too. The Russell 2000 is outperforming some of the S&P 500, and pretty much the S&P 500 is the 500 the big caps, and the Russell 2000 is the small caps. Stocks, small caps, stocks or whatever. So I want to sum this up without being long winded. I was saying like, I don't want to get into that, but let's put it this way. A lot of people are looking for better returns or whatever. So, I mean, the stock market has ran the game for decades and decades and whatever. That's where people go to make money. But you see how even this has been the last couple of weeks, small stocks or small cap stocks have been running and having good performance because people are looking for better return. And to me, I feel like this is equivalent of how in crypto, they're like, oh, first money goes to big caps, then mid caps and small caps. I think the people came out of the big stocks. I feel like they came out of the big cap stocks, going into the smaller cap stocks, and then they about to roll over into the big caps in crypto, and so on down, and the cycle's going to continue. That's what I believe is happening. Because well, is that my next slide, or do I even have that up somewhere? Yeah, I do. It's my next slide. So yeah, so it's saying how these big tech stocks have been having drops. Y'all know Nvidia and all these tech stocks been running like crazy, and then now you got this 8% drop in AMD. 7% in Taiwan Semiconductors, 6% in Nvidia, which people thought was unstoppable, and Broadcom, Micron, and all these, they all haven't dropped. So they lost $400 billion of market cap in a short amount of time. Excuse me, I'm sorry. They lost $400 billion in market cap in a small amount of time. So this is not like crypto where you pull out your stocks and I can pull out 1 second and the next second I'm in a whole nother crypto token or whatever. So this is going to take time, but call it conspiracy, call it hopium, whatever you want to call it. But I believe these people are pulling out to come into crypto. Not all of them. I'm not going to say all of them. And not to mention Nvidia's been pushing hard, and it's time for a retrace or whatever. But anyway, forget all that crap. But I feel like these people are I feel like they're taking profits to come over into crypto, Bitcoin, whatever. They might, because they might not be coming to like small cap cryptos and whatever. But I feel like they're buying Bitcoin or something. Because a lot of people know something is coming up. Like I was saying, all the ETFs was been $500 million inflowing in a $300 million, $200 million a day. Plus, people talking about this announcement at the Republican National Convention. We got the Bitcoin conference coming. There's a lot of stuff going on. And I'm naming some of them, but some of them are not really talked about. Some I keep saying in the next 6 to 7 weeks, we got a lot of events that's going to push the market up or down. Not a lot of these are not known events. Some stuff these nobody's probably even thinking about. I'm not going to say but me, of course, because I'm not the only one. But majority of people not even thinking about some of these events that they're going to use to push the market up and down. So I mean, we're gonna see how it flows or whatever. But I feel like these people are pulling out these stocks to buy into Bitcoin. A lot of people, more people are talking about it. Especially with the whole thing that happened with Trump this weekend. A lot of the news people, as you saw, even with Larry Fink and Kramer had the conversation right after they was talking about the whole Trump situation. They brought Larry Fink on talking about Bitcoin and stuff like that. So trust and believe. People were tuning in to see the news about what happened with Trump this weekend, and then they said we're not even gonna let y'all leave. We just gonna start talking about Bitcoin out of nowhere. So it's in the front of a lot of people's attention. Plus, a lot of people following Trump, seeing what he's doing. They know about it's not the national convention, but that too. But the Bitcoin conference, whatever. And then apparently there's supposed to be some kind of, I don't know, it's supposed to be this Thursday, right? Isn't it Thursday? Yeah. It's supposed to be some kind of announcement they claimed at the Republican National Convention today. I don't know. We'll see what happens. And what I will say is, I'm not trying to predict it. Don't take this as a prediction or anything like that. What I'm saying is, when they do know they're about to run something up, I will say when they do know they're about to run something up, they always throw misdirection. It's a misdirection you shouldn't fall for if you've been watching the channel. Though they'll dump it real quick, but most people they interpret that as a dump. But what is them taking profits? They're taking profits because they just let me just show you this. I'm just speculating here, y'all. So we had this little run up here. So they're gonna take profits on that run up. They can dump it back down, take their profits, and if they know a big bullish announcement is going to come, they took profits. They're gonna buy back in when it drops, and then they're gonna get some more profits. And to y'all, it might not be nothing. It might just be 5-10% profit. They don't care. I mean, you got to think about how much money they put into this. So that's the one reason that this drop can happen. Because what is it? It's 11 Eastern. 11 Eastern time right now. So I don't think they've announced anything yet. I'll try to keep up with the news to see what whatever happens at the Republican National Convention. Because like I said, they claim some, I'm digging for news even as I talk. They claim some announcement is coming. I just saw something else kind of bullish, but I'm not going to talk about that. I got to see what it is. What was I saying? Yeah, but anyway, so they probably taking profits and they're going to buy back in, ride it back up. Anyway, so I don't want to talk about this one too long, but which one of these articles I wanted to read? One of these articles read better than the other one. I think it's this one. Let me just read it before I start rambling. TradeFi giant State Street looking to launch stablecoin tokenized deposit. State Street is also evaluating joining digital cash consortium efforts and exploring settlement options through its investment in Finality. TradeFi giant State Street Corp is considering launching its own stablecoin and tokenized deposits in a bid to enhance its payment settlement capabilities using blockchain technology. Bloomberg News reported on July 17th, citing sources familiar with the matter. Sources told the Newswire that these initiatives aim to leverage the company's investment in the UK-based payment startup Finality and join the broader digital cash consortium efforts. The potential move would mark a substantial leap for State Street, which has been gradually integrating into the crypto space primarily by serving as a fund manager for the spot Bitcoin ETFs launched earlier in the year. How much more does this do I want to read? Yeah, talk about. No, I do want to read some more now. Now that I saw that, I saw that in the other article. Let me just keep reading. Digital expansion. State Street is also evaluating joining digital cash consortium efforts and exploring settlement options through its investment in Finality, which is looking to expand into the U.S. Finality, which focuses on blockchain-based payment solutions, is seen as a key player in State Street's strategy to streamline global payment processes. The report added that State Street has been ramping up its digital assets efforts. Earlier this year, the company integrated digital assets team into its overall business operations, aiming for tighter integration between the traditional finance and digital assets. The firm also provided administration accounting services for the spot Bitcoin ETFs. We're going to get to some important stuff in a minute. And has expanded its digital assets initiative through a partnership with Galaxy Asset Manager to develop digital asset ETFs, rising demand. In the coming months, State Street plans to focus on tokenizing assets such as funds. It recently released digital asset survey of 300 investment institutions by the company found that nearly half of the respondents are prepared to trade digital assets on and off distributed ledgers and blockchains, provided they have the appropriate infrastructure. Y'all know this is RWA, but we're going to get there. The company's interest in blockchain is part of the broader trend among financial institutions to modernize, streamline settlements processes through digital assets. Now, one of my favorite parts here, JPMorgan, Jamie Dimon and JPMorgan Chase and Company has been a front runner in blockchain technology for a number of years, having launched its Onyx blockchain and stablecoin JPM coin in 2020. The bank further expanded its blockchain initiatives with the tokenized collateral network in 2023, enhancing programmable payments, and it goes on to talk about PayPal and their stablecoin and all that kind of stuff. But I definitely want to get into that JP Morgan part because we got a lot to talk about with Jamie Dimon's lying face today. But anyway, now some of y'all don't know. I was going to preface it, but I usually ramble and give my take in the beginning before I read the article. But I'm not saying all of y'all don't know, but I'm pretty sure some of y'all don't know because a lot of people don't know. Now, what y'all feel like I just read some article. I don't know if half of y'all paid attention, but I don't think people realize who State Street is. Like, I always say that a lot of people who feel like they're in the know, whether it's the crypto space or I hear a lot of people outside when they're talking about real estate, especially when they had the real estate going on, everybody knows BlackRock and they feel like I know what's going on because I know who BlackRock is and I follow BlackRock. Very few people know who Vanguard is. And I say a whole lot of people do not know who State Street is, but State Street is right there with BlackRock. When you talk about the people who own BlackRock, you're talking about Vanguard and State Street are like two of the biggest. If you ask me, they pretty much own BlackRock. So State Street is big. You may not, I don't know if you've heard the name before, but they're pretty big. And when I see this kind of stuff, it's just, they're all the same people. It's the same thing I say with politics with Republican and Democrats. There ain't no difference. It's all the same party and they just using people to divide each other. So when you hear BlackRock, Vanguard, and State Street, it's the same thing, same people. There's no difference. So this is pretty much just like me reading that BlackRock is starting the stable coin, or Vanguard is starting the stable coin. It's all the same thing. But it's just, I'm wondering what they want to do with it, for lack of better terms. And then, I had to read that part about JP Morgan is scaring people off and Jamie Dimon is scaring people off of crypto forever. And I think at one point, didn't JP Morgan, I think some of y'all in the UK, didn't they cut y'all off from buying crypto? I can't, it was months ago, but I'm pretty sure I'm right about that. They didn't do it in the States, but I think it was in the UK and Europe. They was like blocking people from buying crypto or like, sending money to, I don't know, whether it's Binance or whatever y'all got over there. But at the same time, they doing all this blockchain stuff behind the scenes. But we got some more stuff to talk about, Jamie, later. Y'all can't be trusting these people. They just be lying. What is this? Maybe I'll talk about that later. I don't know. I guess this is maybe I saw the segue in my head like this earlier. It's fine. But anyway, like I was saying, no, not a single person can. I don't think not many people can tell you that a year ago they was telling you who was going to win the election or whatever. Like I've been saying, there are no signs. We in crypto know what's going on. We know what needs to happen next cycle, and they need the right mascot in the office to do that. It's all smoke and mirrors. It's all games, just like State Street, BlackRock, and Vanguard. The same thing. They just pretend it's something different, but whatever. Breaking news says 65%. I did check. I wasn't going to pull the thing, but anyway, 65% of Democrats want President Biden to drop out of the 2024 election, according to a new AP poll. The poll also shows that 70% of the U.S. adults say that President Biden should withdraw from the election. A whopping 77% of independents believe that Biden should drop out. So this is what I've been saying. If you've been watching, I know some of you guys shared some jokes about it a couple of weeks ago about different stuff. I was saying that. Once again, if you're new to the channel, I don't know if you are. I'm not gung ho or about anybody's political party. I have my certain views or whatever like that. But all I was saying was they're going to use certain things to. Now I gotta watch how I say this. So they're going to use certain things to say this is why Trump won. But at the same time, what I'm learning is I'm not easily swayed by like stuff that I see, but other people are. So the events that they've been lining up actually do work. It's a form of mind control. I'm like one of those people. If you try to hypnotize me, like I wouldn't be the best candidate to pull out of the audience, because I bet money is not going to work. Because one thing I learned about hypnotization, however you want to say it, you have to be open to wanting to be hypnotized, and that's I don't think a lot of people talk about that, and I'm not open to it. You're not about to brainwash me, hypnotize me, none of that stuff. But this stuff works and stuff. Like I said, and I'm not trying to knock anything, but you already know my take on the situation this past weekend or whatever. And then people's like, oh my gosh, he's invincible. He's ironclad. And it works on people. It's just like, I don't know what to say about it, but somehow it works. It doesn't work on me. But um, anyway, and like I said, I wanted to pull them. I know I still owe y'all that video about BlackRock and Vanguard. I really do. And I keep forgetting to bring it to the stream. Maybe I'll remember tomorrow. But anyway, yeah, they I shared the video a couple months ago. The guy, and it wasn't my words. I think the guy put together a good video when he was saying that the Democrats are trying to lose, and y'all are confused because you're confusing the Democrats trying to lose with your neighbors who you argue with, and your coworkers who you argue with who are Democrats, and you're not. No, they're not. They're fussing and fighting, and then you see Biden or whoever's Kamala Harris say something, you like, no, they really fighting, trying to win. No, they not. Don't fall for this bad acting. Matter of fact, let me just get to. I don't want to ram too long. Let's get to this next one. This stuff be planned out, man. It's all scripted, man. But I know. Yeah, I think it's conspiracy, but whatever.
If I had some medical condition that emerged, if the doctors came to me and said, you got this problem, that problem, but I made a serious mistake in the whole debate. And look, when I originally ran, you may remember it, I said I was going to be a transitional candidate. And I thought that I'd be able to move from this, just pass it on to someone else. But I didn't anticipate things getting so divided. And quite frankly, I think the only thing age brings a little bit of wisdom. And I think I've demonstrated that I know how to get things done for the country, in spite of the fact that we told we couldn't get it done. But there's more to do, and I'm reluctant to walk away from that. If I had some medical condition that emerged.
Y'all, this is what I'm talking about. I'm gonna say it one time. When y'all think y'all like, oh, but they fighting, they are trying to win, and what y'all are doing is y'all looking at, like I say, your neighbors, your coworkers who you fussing with about politics. You looking at, and I'm not trying to knock it, but you looking at whether the CNNs, the NBCs, or whatever, and the anchors arguing about why Trump should lose and why Biden should win, and that's what you're focused on. But I'm talking about the powers that be, the people who all work together to make this stuff happen. They know what they're trying to do, and so in the same interview, he sounds like he's fighting to win. I know I can run this country, whatever. But then he puts a plan at the beginning, saying, if a medical emergency happens to come up, and then what comes up, a medical emergency. Like, come on, y'all. I'm gonna say this one. I don't know if I ever said this clear on the channel. When I'm talking about crypto and me finding good picks and me knowing the market and me studying the market and know how to find good cryptos, that's from research and study and me understanding finances and crypto stuff like this. And I've said this before. Only reason, I'm just being honest, only reason I can really pick this stuff out, and I can't explain it unless y'all want to take a script writing workshop. I'll charge you like $15,000. I'm just kidding. But because I know screenwriting, and it's like, to y'all probably just see words, you just see events, you just see plots and stuff like that. But I see the types of plots and whatever. And each script, like I keep saying on this channel, each script every movie you watch has the same emotional beats in it, whether you realize it or not, whether it's a kid's movie for 4-year-olds or whether it's an action movie for grown men and it's rated R, like dead serious. If it could be a what is it? Is it TVY7? What they call it? It could be a TY7 movie and a rated R movie. They both gonna have the same emotional beats. Y'all just be missing them because you don't realize that they're there. And that's what takes you on a journey. That's what makes you say you like the movie or not. Most of the times when you didn't like a movie, sometimes it's not even just the bad acting, or most people say bad directing, is because it didn't take you on the proper emotional journey. It didn't hit you at the right points. Y'all, here's one. I'm gonna get off this in a minute, but I see a lot of people say with action movies, like, oh man, like they just that didn't even, it didn't even lead up the right way. Like the climax just happened out of nowhere. Or you'll say like it didn't look like they had to work hard to win. That's because they didn't plant the stuff before that to make it look like they had to work hard for the win. All they shot somebody and all of a sudden the movie's over and that's how they won. And you're not satisfied because you didn't get taken on the proper emotional journey. So that's what they be doing and stuff. And when you start to see as a screenwriter, when I started to see certain stuff, I'm just like, oh, that's what y'all doing. And that's how I started to recognize it. Because even a few years ago, to be honest, I wasn't really recognizing this stuff. You just have the people that come out that annoy everybody. They say your vote doesn't count, and you want to slap people when they say it. But when you have a reasoning and you understand how they work in the system, instead of just saying your vote doesn't count, or whatever. Matter of fact, y'all should vote locally, but that's a whole nother subject. I don't want to make this about politics, but anyway, they be lining this stuff up. If he so happens to have a medical emergency. Anyway, next thing says seems notable that the former and possible future president, possible VP, and the CEO of the largest asset manager. We ain't gonna get into that. Anyway, the CEO of the largest bank all pivoted from being skeptics to being supporters of Bitcoin. Jamie Dimon, boy, Jamie Dimon's a con artist, y'all. But anyway, let's keep moving. How much of this do I gotta read to get to my point? He's changed his tune. In this, we're talking about Jamie Dimon. He's changed his tune. Trump reveals JPMorgan CEOs sudden Bitcoin and crypto flip amid huge price surge. I should have highlighted what I was going to read. I don't like wasting time, man. I'm gonna just read to the quote that Trump said. So Trump was saying Jamie Dimon was, very negative, and now all of a sudden he's changed his tune a little bit. Trump told Bloomberg last month following a private audience in which he met with Jamie Dimon and around 80 other business executives that included Citi CEO, Bank of America CEO, and Apple CEO Tim Cook, and was described by Trump as a love fest. Like I said, I don't have to read the whole entire thing. If y'all want to read the whole, I'll put it in. It's a Forbes article. So if y'all want to read that, I'll put it in the chat. But that's just the main point of the article. I don't want to, because kind of it pisses me off reading it. And so y'all might be asking, why does it piss you off reading this? Because it gives us more time to accumulate. But because Jamie Dimon and this whole JPMorgan thing is one of the main reasons why I couldn't get a lot of people that I wanted to invest in crypto to invest in crypto, because they're like that JPMorgan guy said blah 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 blah. And so even though I was collecting and accumulating crypto and making money, it pisses me off because I got some people that I care about that they were afraid to, because Jamie Dimon was up there being a con artist. It's just like the policies, y'all. You got to realize it. I hope y'all stop fighting this crap and realize that it's all orchestrated. No matter how stupid you may be feeling or whatever, don't be the idiot to have an ego and be like, I'm not stupid. I know what I'm doing. Nobody fooled me. Yes, they did. They fooled us all. So whether you got to wake up and realize it and then move accordingly. So, yeah. So anyway, I'm about to get into the last part. Not going to dwell on this too long, but I'm going to talk about this and I'm going to talk about the last part. If I can get this thing to pull up. Okay, here we go. So Mt. Gox creditors report multiple brute force attempts on their accounts. The Mt. Gox claims a website is currently down for maintenance, while Mt. Gox creditors are still looking for explanation behind the recent flood of login attempts. And a Mt. Gox creditor subreddit has been awash with reports over the last 24 hours from users seeing multiple login attempts on their accounts, sparking fears of a potential cyber attack. In a subreddit for Mt. Gox creditors known as whatever the crap that says, several users reported issues logging into their accounts on the Mt. Gox website, while others shared screenshots showing a large number of unauthorized login attempts on their accounts. And this is here somebody showing all the login attempts on their account. They know it wasn't them. Some have expressed concern that this could be a part of a brute force attack on Mt. Gox creditors. Some suggest it would simply be a website glitch. Just received 15 notifications on my account. Now I can't get into my account, one Redditor captioned, and in the subreddit. And it seems we are being re-goxed, suggested another Redditors. Others question why the hackers would attempt to compromise the Mt. Gox systems. Any ideas why they would raid the system now? The coins are already on Kraken, which is another exchange if y'all don't know. Another Redditor noted that the Mt. Gox doesn't allow creditors to change their repayment information, which is saying that, hey, the money that we're supposed to be getting is going to Kraken anyway. Why are y'all trying? Why are y'all trying to hack into Mt. Gox? But maybe these people didn't know that. I don't know. Maybe it's another orchestrated event. And also in another event, we have an Indian crypto exchange falls victim to $235 million hack. Wiser X Safe multi-sig wallet on Ethereum was compromised with funds moved and converted to Ether. Web3 security firm Cybers has detected multiple suspicious transactions involving Wazer's safe multi-sig wallet on Ethereum. According to the X-Post, it's believed that $240 million of funds in the safe multi-sig wallet of Indian crypto exchange has been moved to a new address, with each transaction's caller funded by Tornado Cash, the decentralized protocol for private transactions. Oh, so they really thought this out, didn't they? Anyways, XSBT is on the case and some other guys. But I bring this up to say, and I got one more, because the next one I know a lot of y'all don't think about is, I keep saying this, no matter how much money you got on exchanges, nobody is worried until they get hacked and they lose all their money. And it's not a good feeling, man. It's not a good feeling at all. But it's not just the exchanges. This is another one I keep telling y'all. I know y'all want to save money and all. And I'm bringing up this old story. This is an old story because I'm going to bring him up next again. But Mark Cuban, I don't know if y'all remember this. If you were in the market, Mark Cuban lost about $1 million. I'm going to say we believe it. On MetaMask, fake or whatever. So not only is the exchanges, the Mexis, the KuCoins, the Bybits, the Mt. Gox, the Indian exchange, all this stuff, try to send your crypto from exchanges to a cold wallet, because you're going to keep saying, I'm going to get it in a minute. I'm going to get it in a minute. And then ask yourself, do you think these people think today, or yesterday they was going to get hacked and lose all their money? I promise you they didn't. It was nowhere on their mind. They were not thinking about it. It's like, it's on exchange. It's cool. I got my whatever. Now the people with the Mt. Gox one, the only thing to probably save them, even if they still had money on there, whatever, is because two-factor. Another thing, you should have two-factor authentication. I say you should put on everything, your social media, your emails, and all that kind of stuff. But even these hot wallets, because and I always ask permission before I share these stories now. So we've had somebody, the hot wallet, lost some money on MetaMask, and had a situation where somebody was sending them some money, and felt like they were upset about it because, I understand you lost money, but at the same time, you shouldn't keep your money on hot wallets. So you could say it's somebody else's fault or whatever because they sent it or blah, 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 but you can't be keeping a whole bunch of money on hot wallets, which is a hot wallet, if y'all don't know, is the MetaMask, the browser extension wallets or whatever. I have like even multiple Phantom wallets, but for the one I have even on my browser, I have it connected to my ledger, one of my ledgers or whatever. So it's not just like, they can't just use it willy-nilly or whatever. But yeah, it's an easy way to lose money. Nobody ever thinks about it until it happens. And it's a sad feeling. You got a whole bull run ahead of you. Please don't lose your money right now. I know you thinking, even I was telling you people with what you call it, super chat, Snapchats, or whatever you call it. I was like, man, you can make money off that money or whatever. But so right now you probably like, oh man, $60. But let me flip the $60 first, though, and let me make it 180 or let me make it $600 or whatever. I completely understand that. But what I'm trying to tell you is you're better off just going and get a cold storage wallet. I wanted to talk about a new one. I'm probably not going to talk about it today. I don't want to be on here. Well, actually, I've been doing some quick streams lately. Yeah, I mean, take exchanges, hot wallets, all of that. Is because I know you like, well, the exchange, I know to take it off the exchange though, because I got to log in and the exchange is holding my crypto. But my hot wallet, that's me holding it. And I have access and I have the private keys or whatever. But these hot wallets are not cold wallets. It's not the same thing. People can, if they can get hack into your computer or whatever, they can bypass your password and see for all that stuff and still hack your hot wallet. So if you got something on MetaMask or one of your EVM wallets, just use those for quick trades. Just use them for quick trades and try to move it on to something else. But do I want to call this a top signal? This is not a top signal, but I'm not trying to be petty, but this is the guy. Like, let me say this too. Some people dislike him. I don't know why. I do like Mark Cuban as a person and a businessman. He does a lot of charitable stuff. Like even how he why the dude's name? Why did his name just drop out of my head that fast? The basketball player. Um, I see it starts with a D. What is wrong with me? I can't believe I can't think of his name right now. It's sad. Delonte West. Delonte West. I'm tripping. Yeah, so I like all the stuff like how Mark Cuban was helping Delonte West out when he was having his rehabilitation um, problems, whatever, with his drug problem, whatever. Matter of fact, I don't know if y'all watch basketball, but he was I don't know if y'all saw he tried out for the Big Three the other day. He still can ball. I'm really, man, I'm really hoping he get it together, man, because the drugs been tearing him up. He been in and out of rehab, getting help and stuff. He been washing cars for money and stuff, from a millionaire to washing random people's cars for money and windows and stuff. But he still can ball. He's still a bucket. Like, I don't know if y'all saw that clip, but he was dropping them. And I'm not talking about just some highlight clips. I've seen some longer clips or whatever. And he really still can ball. So hopefully he gets in the Big Three, makes some money, stays clean or whatever. But anyway, back to Mark Cuban. He's still figuring out crypto himself. He does have some stuff he trying to invest in or whatever. But I'm just saying I wouldn't necessarily be listening to him. But at the same time, I brought this up because I'm wondering myself, y'all, and let me slow this down for a minute. I'm gonna be honest, because I have not been digging. I have only been looking in projects discourse and trying to keep up with projects. But why right now in July? I know I said July was gonna be bullish, blah 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 blah. But even I'm wondering, like, y'all, a lot of y'all are talking about Bitcoin now. We got Mark Cuban, which everybody who loves Shark Tank and know Mark Cuban is a businessman is going to listen. Then you got Jamie Dimon switching his tune. Then you saying they got this announcement at the Republican National Convention. Then you got Trump speaking at the Bitcoin conference. You got just people on top of people talking about Bitcoin now, and I'm not gonna lie, it's a little sketchy. Like where we at in the cycle? Like, I feel like we still got another 13 to 18 months, you know what I'm saying? But why y'all all talking about it like this? Y'all definitely be working together. Somebody knows something. Now I know this cycle is gonna be bullish, it's gonna be a bigger cycle, but there's a lot of stuff going on at the same time. Like I said, even the drop in the S&P and the Nvidia and all these stocks and stuff like that is making me wonder what's going on that I don't know. Regardless, though, all I can do is accumulate the tokens that I believe in. I feel like it's gonna make me some money. So do I want to talk about this? Probably not. Do I want to talk about this? Probably not. I'm gonna just keep it moving. Let's get to these. Maybe I'll come back and talk about these, but I'm gonna get to the comments, questions, and concerns, and all that kind of good stuff. What's Bitcoin doing, y'all? So we was up here at 65.2. Now we down at 64, 63.8. Anybody see any news? I'm sorry. I'm gonna read y'all comments in a minute. I'm about to let me see if I can do a quick tweet check. Or maybe I should read y'all comments. Maybe y'all see some news. I just saw something foolish. I'm not even gonna mention it. I'm not even about to talk about it. Twitter's a weird place, bro. Anyway, I don't see any news yet. I'll read y'all comments. Maybe we'll figure out what's going on. It was. It's kind of normal, I guess. It's not that big of a drop, but it was kind of sharp. Anyway, as he said, good morning. Good morning to you too. Mopar said, change now is a wild exchange. 18 hours and still processing. I don't use that joint, so I wouldn't even know. To be honest, that reminds me of what's the joint last cycle that everybody was using for if y'all was here last cycle, Ecomi. What was that exchange that was slow like that? It was like the only exchange you can get a Ecomi on. Everybody was buying it because it had the memenomics, and all the new people thought because it was like fractions of a penny that they was gonna make all this money off it. I made some money off Ecomi too, but last cycle. But what was that exchange? I'm gonna find it. Pretty sure it's in one of my authenticators. Bitforex, yeah. That exchange slow as crap. So I guess that's the new Bitforex. I haven't used it. But yeah, you have something on that joint, you might be waiting 22 hours for one transaction, and it's not the chain either, because I would be using like fast chains or whatever. It still doesn't matter. That junk used to take forever. Are they still even around? Let me see. I'm just about to type in. Bitforex still around? I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah, it is. I hated that exchange though. Anyway, um, change now saying they have a liquidity issue where payouts are paused. Oh, see, yep, that reminds me of Bitforex. Um, well, you could talk to me about it in the group. Is there a reason you're using that? There's a lot of other exchanges you could use. Why did you choose to use that one? Tad, you said, how many projects are you eyeing that are coming out? Tad, you be asking the big questions, but I guess they are the important things. So, man, if I pull up my list, let me see. Okay, far as projects coming out that I have on my list that I've been looking at, let me go see if I can. I'm gonna try to do the quickest count in the world. Give me a minute. Mm. Let me say this way. So even on my narrowed down, let me finish the sentence because the beginning is gonna sound crazy. But even on my narrowed down list, about 115 projects. About I'm gonna say probably between 60 and 80 that I really like, but I do know I'm gonna have to narrow it down. But even if I was to narrow it down, probably at the most narrow, I still really like 40 of them. But knowing where we at, we in July now. Oh, see, that's where you got to start thinking. We in July now. 120 to 680, 40 of them I really like. To be honest, I may only test between probably 17 and maybe 23 of them, because at some point you buying too much and you getting oversaturated or whatever. Okay, let me say this though. Let me finish it. So the thing is though, like I said, what you're hoping is, that you get a run on some of your coins or whatever. And some of these they have already said they're going to launch later. So what you're hoping is that you getting some run on the tokens that you're holding now. Maybe you go ahead and get a 20, 30, 40x out of something, and then you can move some of that money into these newer ones when they come out. So I mean, in a perfect world, hopefully we get a run on a whole bunch of the things we're holding, and then in a perfect world, I'll be able to reallocate all that money into at least 40 of these new ones that's coming out. So, and the even the 120 number is just like the ones I'm just like, okay, every once in a while I'm gonna check up on y'all, but it's way more than that. Because like I said, in the bear market, I did a lot of studying, a lot of cross referencing, a lot of cross referencing projects and what influencers are talking about. Because most people, just like retail, they only come in when the market's hot. But the bear market is when you really do all your research, so you know what's coming out, so you can kind of be like, all right, I know all these are coming out, but I think I like these five better than these five or whatever. But if you do it when they're coming out, like I think somebody asked about one in the group today, which, I don't say nothing petty. But anyway, once somebody asked me about it in the group today, I was like, yes, it's going to run, but it's going to be one of those to give you liquidity. It may not be something that I hold into the end of the cycle, but it's definitely going to give liquidity for other plays or whatever. Because once you know what's coming out, you know what is a long term hold or whatever. But anyway, it's a lot of projects coming out, but hopefully in the perfect world, that's how stuff works or whatever. But I feel like we got time. But as long as you listen to what we talked about today, like please, y'all, please get some cold storage. Don't hold your stuff on exchanges because you be up there getting excited about your gains, think you about to put it into something else. And I'm telling you, I know people's having to. So, like I said, the same with the hot wallets. Don't be keeping your money on these hot wallets and then be complaining when you lose money and be trying to blame somebody else. It ain't your auntie fault. It ain't nobody's fault. Um, you know. So whatever. What is this? Oh, this is when I put that article. Um, Degenerate Destiny said, "Do you think with a more crypto-friendly administration and future regulatory clarity, we can get some good exchanges back?" That is a big question. I'm gonna answer it quickly, and it's probably not what I want to say, but just knowing what I said about uh, just saying with the politics all being orchestrated, blah 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 blah. I mean, I feel like they're making it that way on purpose. And for this cycle, to be honest, I'm gonna say probably no, because they're not your friends. They're here to make money. They took those exchanges away so you couldn't get in early. They took those exchanges away so you would be forced to buy when it gets on the Coinbase listing. And what we know is once it's on Coinbase, that's when everybody can get it, and you're probably late by then. But of course, in our group, we got the different ways that we can circumvent this and get around these little tricks they're trying to play. So next cycle, maybe this cycle, nah, they set this up exactly how they want it to be. I see a lot of people talking about that, like, oh my gosh, like, and once again, I'm not trying to knock him or make fun of him, but I'm just saying what the situation is. So people are like, oh my gosh, Trump is in and Trump is bullish on crypto. You can't tell me. I've seen plenty of people say this. You can't and versions of this, like, you can't tell me that we're not gonna have KuCoin back by the end of the cycle. Nah, bro, that's not how that works. They don't know. You're gonna have Coinbase, sir. That's what you're gonna have. So unless you take the measures that we taken in the group and stuff, so. No, I don't. I hear what you're saying, but maybe next cycle. And I could be wrong, but I don't believe this cycle. I don't think so. I think we'll get KuCoin back maybe next cycle or some of these other exchanges because this is what they want. They want you to fill their bags. They already ticked, like I've been saying for months on my channel. They already ticked off that y'all pulled to doing them in 2021 when they thought you was going to be filling their stock market bags, and then they found out about this thing named crypto that all the young people invested in, and so all that money that they thought was coming in the stock market went into this thing called crypto. So they still not happy about that. Don't think they chill now because they got the ETFs in here and you think they in the market now. They still not happy about what y'all did last time. Like, you know what I'm saying? You used to heard people say that, like, oh, you trying to be nice now, but don't I ain't forget what you did. No, they ain't forgot. They did not forget. So yeah. Anthony Zaya said, "What's your view on meme coins?" I mean, I think meme coins are cool. Like, I don't care what nobody said. I was one of the first ones to say that meme coins is going to be a narrative this cycle. When people's like, "Oh, this is the top of me," they're just running now and they're going to, it's going to go away. Now they're going to be here the whole cycle. But you got to be careful the ones you get in. Like I said, even I made a video about one a couple of weeks ago, whatever, very speculative lotto pick or whatever. And I even told people in the group, I said, don't try to put a whole big bag in here thinking you're going to become Jeff Bezos or whatever, because it can go the other way. Because we got so many, especially in my group, we got so many great plays that you can put money into, whether it's meme coins or utility plays. So spread your bets across and diversify. Don't try to one meme coin make you Jeff Bezos. Um, what you see is what you get. Says I send to Tangent right away, even if seriously, even if I have to manually enter details because the app does not recognize it. So far as I send to, excuse me, I got stuff in the way. So far as I sent to, sent to the right Tangent address for the chain, I'm good. Not taking chances. Yeah. I see a lot of people do it. Even, and to be honest, even sometimes I don't do it. I'll wait till they get full functionality or whatever and stuff like that. But you're definitely right about that, because more people are going to be trying to hack as the market goes on, and as the prices go up, more people are going to be trying to hack. So you kind of gotta try to move it along, send it to your Tangent. Matter of fact, I'm gonna see when I get off stream. I'm gonna look at something. But I don't know if y'all noticed, but yeah, I'm gonna just talk about it. I've been waiting on it a while. The price point was a little higher than I wanted it to be, but the Tangent Ring is wait, it's not out yet, but it's on pre-order. If y'all don't know, it does look dope. I don't know what I thought it was gonna be. Let me see, I'm gonna be honest. I thought it was gonna be like, now that I think about it, I guess it's a decent price. I guess it's not that bad. I think I'm tripping. It's not that bad, but the price is like 160. It's like 160 for the pre-order, the Tangerine. I wanted to like talk about it. I mean, I'll talk about it more tomorrow. But anyway, it's out for pre-order. Speak because I thought about it because you said you talked about the Tangerine. Anyway, let's see. I got a comment creeping up from the bottom. Change now is useful for us in the States like New York, where most exchanges are banned. Okay, yeah, I haven't used Change now. I'm sorry, but I haven't used it. And I still have my ability to do stuff on Mexi, and I haven't even done the you know what yet. But I know some people is trying to get on lately, and they said it's completely blocked. So yeah, I haven't used Change now, but it sounds like Bitforex, man. Um, who was that said that? That was that Mopar and 631. Are y'all in the? I know Mopar is in the Patreon. I don't know if 631 KDM if you're in there because y'all stream names be different on YouTube and in the group. But if you're having problems in New York, 631 KDM, you probably should get in the Patreon. We got some tips on that. Crypto Roll said they can hack my MetaMask if they want. They'll have to send me $100 in ETH just to sell my $100 in scam meme coins. You funny, man. Mopar said swapping ETH for some Tangem, and that's the one that popped up with lower fees like 16 cents for $300 worth. Oh yeah, I forgot they do have the integration on Tangent. I know a lot of people ask me about like selling on Tangent, but I swapped on there or whatever, but I haven't like sold on there yet with the different things they have on. I know they have that. Are they integrated with MoonPay yet? I gotta look. Right now I'm just accumulating. I'll just be sending my stuff there. What later on it's like I'll spend more time on that stuff. EA said, oh, what's up, EA? You said, oh, I know what you're saying. The first part, I'm reading all hard. Yeah, can't lie. I got too many alts, especially in private sales. You say you got too many. Yeah, it's gonna be hard to narrow down, man, because like it's a lot. It's a lot of them. It's a lot coming out, and sometimes I be forgetting because sometimes I'm so focused like what's on the market. Like I said, looking in the discords, and then I'll go back to my study list, and I'm like, what? Like most of them still not even out yet, and it's a lot of stuff, man. I saw you talk about one that I cross referenced them through like another VC and found them. I think you recently did a video on them. Like I be saying, man, our channels, bro, people be sleeping, man. It's just weird. Literally, we be having like the alpha, and they somehow think. I don't know. It's interesting, but anyway, you said cut down my main portfolio, but add a few new ones already. Shake my head. I'm addicted. It's like crack. Man, it's crazy because you see something, you be like, and we all do it. I do want to tell my group that like everybody does, no matter how long you've been in the markets or whatever. But you be like, but this one could run because they got this, that, and the other. And I know these influencers gonna talk about it, whatever. You want to hold like everything. Sometimes I just like I have to erase them out of my brain because you can't hold them all. Like they say, you got to find conviction on a couple of mugs and just ride it out. Yeah. What you see is what you get. Said to invest all dry powder now and count on future profits for reinvesting, or to have some dry powder on the side. You already know my constant dilemma, ready to go over portfolio again and invest. I mean, I say we probably get some runs here, but it's still cool to have some dry powder on the side. I know a lot of people like, well, if I have it all in the market, then if it goes up, I'm making profits or whatever. But at the same time, as we know, it can go down or whatever. And then you be like, I ain't got no dry powder to buy anything. So, that's why I said people think I just be saying, but as much as you can pick up little extra jobs or extra gigs on the side just for this bull run, don't be worrying about nobody saying like, oh, you working hard, you must be can't pay your bills because you got 3 or 4 jobs. It don't matter what they think. Work them 3 or 4 jobs now, or 3 or 4. I'm a gigger too, so I do like music and stuff. So I can't do the job thing. Haven't done that in a minute, so I just do my music production, film production, stuff like that. But find something extra on the side you can do and work. I was about to say something. I don't want to get kicked off the stream, but work hard. Just put it that way. Work hard for these next 12 to 18 months, and then you possibly won't have to work again, or you won't have to work as hard, at least as hard. You can make some life-changing money because you know what the crypto is going to do. But yeah, anyway, keep some dry powder on the side still, Taddy sells shit that it's a lot of man. And I'm saying the 120 is like, for lack of better words, that's the narrowed down. That's like, yeah. but I'm pretty sure, like from what I like collected and look, I'm pretty sure my exhausted list, because I'm a list person. I got a bunch of docs. So I'll have like docs, then I'll slim it down, then I'll slim it down, slim it again. It'd be like crypto list, crypto list, crypto list 2B, crypto list 2B consolidated, crypto list 2C, blah blah. I'll just keep going down. And from the smallest, biggest list, I would say is about 115 to 120 on there. But from the bigger list, oh yeah, you're talking about like 330 projects. But some of them is like, y'all just a project. I don't see y'all being one of the most bullish, but yeah, probably 300 to 400, probably more than that to be honest. But the narrowed down is about 115 to 120. And then you got 60 to 80 that you like, I know y'all gonna run. I know you are. I know these 80 projects are gonna run, but I just can't hold them all. So which one of these 80 projects do I like the most? And I narrow it down again, split it in half to about 40, 42-ish or whatever. And then if the goals strike and the stuff works like I want it to, I would like to have the ones I'm in now go ahead and run, and then at least catch 30 to 32 of those new ones, and let them ones be the ones that I um, put my profits into, and then let those ride up. So we're gonna see how this plays out. That's why I say a lot of people are comfortable now. They're like, all right, I'll see y'all in 6 months. I'm telling you, that's not how I would play that at all. Don't think you're just going to lead the market, and it's just not a smarter way to do it. You just got to just stay focused for 12 to 18 months. It's, make life changing money. It's worth it. Is this some, this ain't the real. Um, I saw when I saw Bird. I saw one as low. I wasn't really studying meme coins around the side. Um, Said I just saw. Oh, the tangerine. It looks really dope too. I want to get it too. Yeah, I'm definitely get it. I'm gonna definitely get it though. I've been waiting for it for a minute. I'm waiting for the Visa cards to come out. That's what I really want to come out. Even though I probably won't be using it until the end of the bull run. But yeah, see how I'm taking promo donations. Ted, you crazy. What you see is what you get. Said preparing myself mentally for how to take out profits. Have to remember I can't ride the whole bag to the top. Oh yeah, we got you. Like I know a lot of people. I know maybe sometimes y'all get bored. Y'all want to talk about certain stuff now, and I'm just like, it's not really time to talk about it. So I know a lot of people want to talk about that stuff, but we got you. We got you. But yeah, you can't take the whole bag to the top. It would be nice. Trust me, it would be nice, and we all want to do it. We all want to be in that news article when they like pulling up the blockchain wallets and like, look, this wallet bought in at blah 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 and wrote it to gazillion dollars or whatever. But you gotta take profits. EA said the ring looked dope. Can't lie. Yeah. I was looking at the price for a minute. I was like, wait, you get two cards, which is like $50 or $55 originally, something like $55, right? And then the ring is about 100 because there's a lot of tech and there's a ring is it's different little tech or whatever. So you know. We'll see. As long as nobody cut your finger off. But I just said that. But whatever. Mopar said, "What's your way of being able to swap certain cryptos? I pull certain things from Tangent, so I'm ready to pull my gains. Maybe I should put the cryptos all back on Tangent. I moved 5K worth to Coinbase. Well, I'm not. I mean, I'm not nowhere near ready to take profits right now. I don't move my stuff back to an exchange unless I'm going to take profits on it or going to move it into something else. So unless you're going to move it right now, I mean, I wouldn't have it on Coinbase to be honest, because even Coinbase, as big as it is, can lock up and freeze up when it gets too busy. So yeah, man, I wouldn't do it, but it's up to you. Which sees what you get. So how many projects still to be launched are you really bullish on? I mean, like bullish is a kind of blanket statement. Like I said, 80 of them. I feel like 80 of them they're gonna do some numbers. 40 of them I kind of want to hold, but I'm okay if I only get. It's hard to say I'm okay, but yeah, I'll be okay if I get 15 to 17 of them, something like that. And like I said, that's once I made profits on the ones I got now and put those profits back into that. So we'll see how it plays out. But listen, y'all, if you want some help navigating this market and you need some help and you want to get into good Patreon, it is patreon.com/cryptozo. We getting a lot of these picks early. Good thing about my channel is I understand the whole DGen micro cap plays. We get, the low risk plays. I understand the technology, the mid risk plays, and all that kind of stuff. So you're not just, it's not just DGen plays and stuff. Because I saw somebody try to say it on one of my comments or whatever. But I know all the projects or whatever. and trying to get getting the group into the best ones that I feel like are going to do some crazy numbers this cycle. So if you want to get into Patreon, it's at patreon.com/cryptozo. And I'm going to catch you next time.